This silent river is not a safe passage. One wrong step is enough to change everything. When the dark shadow moves, the distance gradually closes. Death doesn't begin when jaws clamp shut. It begins from the moment you hesitate. River of life and death, the baboon troops river crossing. Dawn over Africa, first light touches the river surface. Thin mist rises from the still water, covering the sandy bank like an ethereal veil. Along the riverbank, footprints in wet sand tell last night's story. Some came to drink and left. Some species disappeared, never to return. In the distance, a baboon troop approaches the riverbank, then stops on high ground, observing the water below, displaying vigilance mechanisms selected through evolutionary process. This river is both life source and boundary between life and death. For small creatures like the baboon troop, each approach is a survival decision. Baboons are among Africa's most intelligent and fierce primates. Gray-brown fur, elongated face, and good eyesight help maintain high vigilance. Their jaws are fearsome weapons. Canines can reach 8 centimeters long, bite force from 500 to 700 pounds per square inch, enough to tear enemy flesh in an instant. They live in troops from several dozen to over 100 individuals, with clear hierarchical social structure helping maintain order and reduce conflict within the group. Baboons are omnivores, consuming from plants to small animals. Flexible diet helps them adapt effectively to harsh conditions of prolonged dry season. Their notable feature is a sophisticated warning system. Different sounds correspond to each threat, from birds of prey above to predators in bushes. But with dangers underwater, warning signals become limited when forced to cross rivers. Survival pressure forces the troop to choose despite existing risks. The troop leader advances, observing the river surface. In the next few seconds, its choice will directly affect the entire troop's safety. Behind, the entire troop waits silently in tension. Mother baboons clutch their young tightly, as delaying too long can also increase attack risk. The water surface is still, flat, and suspiciously calm. In African river ecosystems, silence often conceals lurking potential dangers. A dark shadow over 4 meters long lies motionless beneath murky water. Only eyes and nose protrude, camouflaged effectively like drifting rotten logs. Nile crocodiles are top ambush predators, with morphology virtually unchanged for millions of years. Their pupils are extremely sensitive to movement. third eyelid supports underwater observation, helping detect prey precisely within hunting range. Nile crocodile bite force exceeds 3,000 pounds per square inch, enough to crush prey bones. Once jaws have closed, almost no force can make them open. As ambush predators, they can lie motionless for extended periods to conserve energy and only attack when opportunity reaches optimal level. The tactic is very simple but extremely effective. Wait for prey to approach, attack in less than 1 second, and drag underwater to drown. Baboons are well aware of danger, while crocodiles are ready to ambush. The encounter between vigilance and silent strength begins right at this river bend. Finally, the troop leader decides to descend into water, each step cautious. The entire troop immediately follows, maintaining tight formation in this life or death choice. Adult males go first, water rising to their bellies. Behind, females hold young tightly, maintaining high vigilance against sudden attack risk. When the troop reaches midstream, water level rises to adult chests. Young cling tightly to mothers to avoid being swept away. Tension reaches peak. Suddenly, the water surface behind erupts. A crocodile charges with terrifying speed. The baboon troop panics, signals warnings. Formation immediately shatters. Individuals in front rush quickly toward opposite bank, while the rear group turns back. Dispersal breaks troop cohesion, making hunting risk increase. In nature, living in groups helps distribute risk. When separated, solitary individuals quickly become the clearest targets in dangerous environments. The crocodile locks target, not chasing the troop, but focusing on separated individual. This is common hunting tactic, prioritizing weak or slow-moving ones. Crocodile jaws close just centimeters from the baboon. Water splashes high. This individual escapes narrowly, rushing ashore at maximum speed thanks to survival reflexes. On both banks, baboons stand panting. The troop is divided by the deadly water. The first river crossing ends with luck, but not everyone made it to the other side. On the old bank, a mother baboon with young is trapped. She looks across to the other side, where most of the troop has safely gathered. Below the water surface, the crocodile has submerged, restoring initial calm. However, that silence is only concealing danger still lurking below. The mother baboon understands she cannot wait long. Lack of food and troop separation diminishes social standing. She must decide quickly to ensure survival chance. On the other side, the troop cannot wait, begins moving into areas with food. Distance gradually increases, forcing the mother baboon under pressure to act urgently. She descends into water. The young clings tightly to mother's back. Cold water gradually submerges the body. Each step is gambling with fate. Having advanced some distance, she steps slowly. The water surface ahead ripples lightly, then falls silent. Mother baboon is vigilant, eyes scanning along the current. From the right side, The crocodile suddenly lunges up without warning signs. At a speed impossible to react to, its jaws aim straight for the young on her back. Teeth sink deep into the young's leg. A piercing cry rings out. Mother baboon grabs her offspring, pulls back, creating a life-and-death tug-of-war in the water. On the bank, the baboon troop scatters. Warning cries ring out continuously, but no one dares enter the water, can only observe from safe distance. Mother baboon resists by instinct, continuously biting, clawing, and jerking. However, her bite force is significantly weaker than the crocodile's, making advantage tilt toward the predator. As the struggle drifts toward shore, the crocodile gradually loses advantage in shallow water. Seizing the rare opportunity, Mother baboon musters strength for one final jump. The young escapes the crocodile's jaws, but in an instant, the crocodile switches targets and locks jaws onto Mother baboon's leg. The young runs ashore, trembling with leg wound. Another baboon pulls it into the troop's center. It survives, but the price paid doesn't belong to it. Underwater, Mother baboon still resists, but the pulling force increasingly tilts toward the predator. Bit by bit, she's drawn away from shallow water. On the bank, cries thin out, then cease completely. The baboon troop helplessly watches, unable to intervene. The outcome is decided and no second miracle occurs. On the water surface, the last ripples vanish. The water continues flowing, reflecting natural law that won't stop operating for losses. The baboon troop leaves the riverbank, quickly reestablishes formation, with the wounded young walking in the troop's center. Life continues despite carrying irreplaceable loss. The young is still too small. It doesn't fully understand what just happened, but survival instinct has deeply carved a life and death experience. In nature, victory sometimes is simply being alive. No heroes or villains, only existence continuing in life cycle. Below the river, the crocodile returns to familiar ambush position. It can fast for many weeks, but still patiently waits for prey. Persistence is its key survival weapon. Life by the water always exists in fragile balance, where action and waiting alternate, creating an endless cycle. In the distance, the baboon troop has found an area with food and gradually restores daily behaviors. But the formation is now missing one member. The young with leg wounds sits beside another female. It will grow up, will learn to survive, and someday will have to face this river once again. In the silence of the African plains, each species holds a role in nature's endless cycle. Life and death aren't opposites, but two parts of the same flow. Dawn light illuminates the East African savannah. A new day begins on land of thousands of living beings. Here, elephants slowly walk through grasslands. Buffalo gather near water areas. Giraffes stretch their necks high against the vast sky. And somewhere on the hills, a familiar silhouette gradually appears. That's the lion, often revered as king of the savannah. But even with that title, lions understand there are encounters requiring extremely careful consideration. Lions are the only big cat species living in groups. Adult males can reach mass around 190 kilograms. Canine teeth up to 8 centimeters long, combined with bite force around 650 pounds per square inch, allow them to tear through prey, skin, and tissue. Speed can reach 80 kilometers per hour. Currently, only about 20,000 individual lions live in the wild. Each pride typically consists of 10 to 15 individuals living and hunting together. Male lions assume the role of defending territory, while females are the pride's main hunting force. Yet on this savanna, lions are not the largest species. Black rhinos weigh up to 1,400 kilograms, 7 times a lion's weight. Two horns made of compressed keratin can grow up to 1.5 meters long, creating one of the most fearsome natural weapons on the savanna. Skin about 5 centimeters thick acts like protective armor, and when necessary, rhinos can charge forward at speeds up to 55 kilometers per hour. An angry rhino doesn't discriminate opponents. They charge straight ahead. Lions know this and usually choose to stay away. Only about 5,500 black rhinos remain in the wild. These solitary giants rarely need others to defend themselves. But it's not just size that makes lions wary. Spotted hyenas have 1,100 PS, eye bite force, strongest among carnivores. Each weighs only 80 kilograms, much smaller than lions. Yet they never travel alone. Hyena clans can reach 30 members. Their jaws can crush bones, leaving virtually no part of prey behind. And this is the problem with lions. Hyenas attack even solitary lions, or simply steal their prey. With about 27,000 living individuals, spotted hyenas use complex sounds to coordinate. Numbers are their strength. Near water areas, another threat lurks. Hippos, considered Africa's most dangerous species, weigh up to 3,200 kilograms. Canine teeth 50 centimeters long, growing from jaws that can open to 150 degrees. Bite force 1,800 pounds per square inch, nearly 3 times a lion's. Despite heavy bodies, hippos can run 30 kilometers per hour on land. Their territory is an absolute forbidden zone. Lions rarely dare think about attacking adult hippos. The price could be too high for a predator. With about 125,000 individuals, hippos spend most time in water. That's how they keep their sensitive skin moist. Some species look gentle but are extremely dangerous. Giraffes reach 5.5 meters tall, the tallest land animal on the planet. With mass from 1,200 to 1,900 kilograms, those long legs serve not just for movement, but are extremely dangerous defensive weapons. A kick from a giraffe carries 900 kilograms of force, enough to fracture a lion's skull or cause immediate serious injury. For this reason, lions only hunt giraffes with full pride coordination, as single individuals rarely risk confrontation. About 117,000 giraffes still exist. Height helps them see up to 2 kilometers away, detecting danger very early. And then there's the African buffalo. With mass around 900 kilograms, they're one of the most dangerous opponents lions face. Wide horns can grow up to 1 meter long, reinforced by thick horn layer like armor right on top of the head. Buffalo live in massive herds, sometimes up to 1,000 individuals. When one is attacked, the entire herd immediately reacts. They can run at speeds up to 57 kilometers per hour, and more dangerous is that buffalo often turn to counterattack rather than flee. Even when hunting in groups, lions must accept great risk. Many lions have been seriously injured in these hunts. With about 900,000 individuals, African buffalo still play important roles. They're both food source and challenge for lions. Through thousands of years of evolution, lions have learned an important lesson. That's knowing how to assess risk before acting. Before rhinos and hippos, the best choice is to stay away. No meal is worth risking the entire pride's lives. With hyenas, it's endless competition. Both species hunt the same prey, share the same territory. As for giraffes and buffalo, they only become targets when lions have sufficient numbers and clear advantage. Most of the time, lions still choose safer targets. Antelope and zebras remain top priority choices. Knowledge about these rivals is passed from generation to generation. Lion cubs learn by observing adults. Pride strength helps increase success chances. But even so, it's not always enough to face these giants. Timing is as important as numbers. Lions will wait when opponents are weakened, alone, or off guard. Because every hunt is a calculation. Energy expended must be less than energy gained from prey. Because every hunt is a survival calculation where energy expended must be lower than energy obtained from prey. The presence of rhinos, hippos, and other large animals has shaped how lions exist and adapt through millions of years of evolution. This pressure forces lions to become smarter and more flexible, not just rely on physical strength. Hyenas play a role controlling lion numbers, and competition between the two species helps maintain population balance on the savannah. Giraffes and buffalo, though potential prey, are also forces pushing lions to continuously perfect their hunting skills. Yet in 2026, all these species face a common opponent. Habitat is shrinking day by day. Climate change alters water and food sources. Species must move farther, encounter each other more frequently. Human activity cuts off migration corridors. Conflicts between wildlife and communities increasingly escalate. Poaching remains the top threat, especially for rhinos because of horns and lions for valuable pelts. Fortunately, humans are also acting. Conservation areas are being expanded to protect these species and their habitats. Local community education helps reduce conflict. They learn to coexist peacefully with these wild neighbors. Scientists monitor and study each species' behavior. This data helps make more accurate conservation decisions. Ecotourism creates income for communities. When wildlife has economic value, people have reason to protect them. On the African savannah, life continues as thousands of years before. Lions remain symbols of strength. But now we understand that strength is not everything. Caution and adaptation are also survival strategies. Each species, from giant rhinos to small hyenas, has its own role in nature's grand picture. And protecting all of them is not just responsibility, but how we protect our own future. In the heart of Africa, where morning light touches ancient tree canopies, nature is not just a survival battle, it's also an exquisite drama of adaptation. Strange behaviors, unexpected alliances, tactics that science still cannot fully decode. From tropical rainforests to arid grasslands, life has evolved along complex paths that humans have only begun to observe and understand. These are stories about intelligence, about perseverance, and about secrets that wild nature still silently keeps. In Queen Elizabeth National Park, Uganda, there's a phenomenon that even zoologists were once surprised by. Lions, Panthera leo, the species we know as ground dominators. But here, they climb trees. Not just a few individuals, but entire prides. They lie draped across thin branches over 5 meters above ground. For an adult lion weighing nearly 200 kilograms, this is abnormal behavior. So why do they do this? The first reason is to avoid tsetse flies and blood-sucking insects. Up high, the wind blows cooler, and there are fewer insects. The second reason is observation. From elevated positions, lions can see prey from afar and monitor competing rivals. And the third reason is cultural adaptation. Lion cubs learn this behavior from their mothers. This is knowledge passed through generations. Not all lions can do this. Only individuals in Ishasha. The environment has shaped this unique behavior. Lions lying in trees, looking down at the world below, like kings without thrones, but still ruling. This is proof that even species that have dominated for millions of years can still change to survive. In the heart of Africa and South America, where rivers can disappear completely, there's a miraculous creature called the lungfish. Lungfish, Protopterus annectans, have existed for over 400 million years. They are living fossils of evolution. When dry season comes and water depletes, most fish species will die. But lungfish have a different strategy. They dig a burrow in mud, curl up, and begin secreting a mucus layer surrounding their body. This mucus layer dries to form a protective cocoon. Inside, lungfish switch to breathing with lungs instead of gills. This state is called estivation. Heart rate slows. Metabolism reduces to minimum levels. They can survive like this for many years. When rainwater returns, the first drops seep into the cocoon. Lungfish begin to wake. The mucus layer dissolves. Within hours, the fish can swim again, as if time never passed. This is absolute survival ability. proof that life can exist even in the harshest conditions. In the Miombo forests of southern Africa, a strange relationship has existed for thousands of years. It's the symbiosis between honey guide birds and honey badgers. Honey guide birds, indicator, are small birds with gray-brown plumage, but their abilities far exceed that modest appearance. They can locate wild beehives from hundreds of meters away, but alone, honey guide birds cannot break through the hard shell of beehives. And this is when the companion appears. Honey badger, Mellivora capensis, one of the most fearless animals on the planet. When honey guide birds emit their distinctive calls, honey badgers understand that honey is nearby. An alliance begins. Birds fly from branch to branch, continuously signaling directions. Below, honey badgers silently follow, each step slow and patient. Upon reaching the hive, honey badgers use extremely strong claws to tear apart the protective layer. Their thick skin is barely affected by stings. Honey badgers take the honey and larvae. Honey guide birds wait, and when honey badgers leave, they eat the remaining beeswax pieces. For honey guide birds, beeswax is a valuable nutrient that few bird species can digest. This is the reward for cooperation. A wordless alliance passed down by instinct has existed long before humans began observing and recording. On the vast grasslands of Africa, a pack of wild dogs is preparing for a hunt, but not immediately. African wild dogs, Lycaon pictus, are excellent hunters with success rates up to 80%. Before each hunt, they organize a social gathering. Individuals run around each other, touch muzzles, create excited sounds. But the most notable thing is not the calls, but the sneezes. And this is not random. Researchers have discovered that wild dogs use sneezing as a form of voting, nature's referendum. This is clear evidence of an organized society where decisions don't come from a single individual, but are formed by the collective. When enough votes are collected, the wild dog pack immediately switches to action, racing into grasslands at speeds reaching 60 kilometers per hour. Their target is impala antelope. The chase lasts many minutes, requiring precise and synchronized coordination. No individual acts alone. Each assumes a specific role. This is the power of consensus. Beneath murky water, a crocodile appears like a harmless piece of rotting wood. Perfect camouflage art helps it disappear completely before prey's eyes. Bats swoop down to the river surface to drink. They don't know that hundreds of pressure-sensing organs on crocodile skin are silently tracking. An explosive strike. The crocodile lunges at 12 meters per second, utilizing jaw force of thousands of PSI to finish the target in an instant. The life-death boundary just established through a perfect ambush. The river quiets again, continuing to conceal the assassin beneath the duckweed layer. From unexpected alliances to extraordinary survival tactics, wild nature never stops surprising. These strange behaviors are not abnormalities. They are evidence of adaptation, of intelligence, of the will to live. Each species carries its own story, and each creature holds an irreplaceable role in the grand picture of life on Earth. But by 2026, many of these natural behaviors are gradually disappearing as habitats increasingly shrink. Conservation is not just preserving species. It's preserving unique behaviors, knowledge passed through generations. Because when a species disappears, we don't just lose a creature, we lose the secrets that nature is still trying to tell. In the dense forests of Africa, morning sunlight filters through the canopy, where every creature seeks to survive in its own way. This is home to antelope, monkeys, wild pigs, and countless bird species. But here too, in the darkness of thick canopies, a hunter watches. Each leaf trembles slightly. This is no ordinary forest. This is territory of nature's most perfect predator. In dappled light, rosette spots appear clearly. This is the leopard, one of the planet's most mysterious and talented big cats. Leopards possess golden fur with distinctive rosette-shaped spots. Each individual has unique patterns, like human fingerprints. They can weigh up to 90 kilograms, but what's special is in size. What's special lies in body design. Tail nearly half as long as the body, functioning as a perfect balancing pole. Retractable claws help them move smoothly and absolutely silently. But the most prominent feature is extremely powerful hind leg muscles. They can jump up to 3 meters high in a single bound. Leopards are the only big cats that can live completely in trees. They eat, sleep, even give birth on branches dozens of meters high. While lions hunt on grasslands, tigers hide in bushes. Leopards have chosen a different strategy. They conquer three-dimensional space. Sharp yellow eyes scan every space. Hearing 5 times more acute than humans. Nose can smell blood from hundreds of meters away. Now the mission is clear. An antelope grazes not far away. It hasn't yet realized it has entered the sights of the perfect predator. Leopard moves like a ghost, each footstep placed precisely. Not a single leaf falls, not a single branch trembles. Distance narrows, 5 meters, 4 meters, body lowered, tail stretched straight to maintain balance. The moment has come. In an instant, leopard leaps from 6 meters high. Precise strike. Antelope can't react in time. Speed and strength perfectly combined. But the work isn't finished. On the ground, blood smell will attract enemies. Hyenas, lions, even wild dog packs can steal prey. The leopard's solution is unique. They drag prey up trees. A 40-kilogram antelope carried to 5 meters height using only jaw and neck muscles. Step by step, meter by meter. Weight double the body, but leopards still climb steadily. This is strength evolved over millions of years. Reaching safety, the meal begins. Leopards can eat up to 20 kilograms of meat at once. Leftover food will be stored in trees, away from thieves. But it's not always favorable. Sometimes prey isn't on the ground. They're right in trees, among thick canopies. Monkeys are the most difficult prey. They're agile, vigilant, and always live in groups. But leopards have an advantage no other big cat possesses. Absolute silence in trees. They move from branch to branch, blending into canopy shadows. Spotted patterns help them become completely invisible. In an instant, the attack occurs. In midair, among fragile branches, leopard strength and skill are fully displayed. Despite being apex hunters, leopards also face challenges. Their territory is shrinking. Forests are disappearing at alarming rates. Leopard numbers in the wild have decreased over 30% in the past 3 generations. From African deserts to Asian rainforest, the story is the same. But adaptability has helped leopards survive through millions of years. They can live in minus 30-degree or 45-degree heat. They can live near humans, in small forests where lions or tigers cannot. Leopards have proven themselves masters of survival. In 2026, conservation efforts are being accelerated. Movement corridors are established. Forests are more strictly protected. Each surviving leopard individual is proof of nature's vitality. They are bridges between earth and sky, between past and future. In twilight, leopards again blend into darkness. They don't need to roar like lions, don't need to display strength like tigers. They only need to exist. And that existence, silent but powerful, is a reminder that nature still has secrets worth discovering, worth respecting, and worth protecting. Leopards, mysterious, powerful, perfect, and now need protection more than ever. The first rays of dawn shine down on the Serengeti grasslands. A new day begins at the heart of Africa. Here, millions of creatures coexist in a complex ecological network, where predator and prey, strong and weak, intertwine their fates. But not all make their living by strength. Some have chosen another path, the path of opportunists. This is the story of Africa's most notorious thieves, those who survive on the fruits of others' labor. Spotted hyenas, crocuta, can reach weights up to 70 kilograms, living in clans ranging from 10 to 80 individuals. With the strongest jaws among African carnivores. But 80% of their food comes from scavenging. They track other hunters like leopards and cheetahs, patiently waiting for the right opportunity. Spotted hyena's tactic is patience. One hyena may lose, but the whole clan is different. Numbers are weapons. Their calls echo across grasslands, summoning teammates. A leopard just brought down a stray antelope and prepares to drag prey up a tree, but it's too late. The hyena clan appears and surrounds, not attacking directly, but just patiently waiting, creating continuous psychological pressure. The leopard gradually exhausts and must make a choice: abandon prey or face the entire clan. Finally, survival instinct prevailed. Within just 2 minutes, the antelope carcass completely disappears. Meat, skin, and bones all consumed. This is not cruelty, but survival efficiency. African wild dogs, like Caon pictus, currently number only about 6,000 individuals in the wild and are classified as endangered. Unlike hyenas, they are professional hunters with hunt success rates up to 80%, highest among terrestrial carnivores. However, when opportunity presents, they're also ready to steal prey, especially when lions have eaten their fill and left. Speed is the key advantage. They rush in quickly, take remaining portions, and retreat before other rivals can react. Black-backed jackals, Canis mesomelus, are much smaller and lighter than other carnivores at only about 10 kilograms, but compensate with high intelligence and flexibility. They live in pairs or small groups, not strong enough to confront directly, so choose another strategy, waiting in shadows. Night is their activity time. when large hunters rest. They silently approach, searching for leftovers. A bone fragment, a bit of meat, not much, but enough to sustain life. That's the survival art of the small. In African skies exists another opportunist group: vultures, distant relatives of eagles. African white-backed vultures, Gyps africanus, with wingspans up to 2.5 meters and vision about 8 times stronger than humans, allowing them to detect carcasses from altitudes up to 4,000 meters. They don't hunt, but soar in the air, patiently observing all movements below. When an animal falls, vultures are the first to notice. They swoop down quickly, in numbers up to dozens, even hundreds. The scene is not beautiful, but necessary. They clean the savannah, prevent disease spread, a role no species can replace. Beneath the water surface, another opportunist waits. Nile crocodile, Crocodilus niloticus. Bodies up to 6 meters long, weighing nearly 1 ton and living over 100 years, they're considered living fossils, existing from over 200 million years ago. Possessing the strongest bite force among terrestrial creatures, but crocodiles aren't just active hunters. They also track other predators. When a leopard brings down an antelope near the riverbank, that could be a fatal mistake. In an instant, it lunges, yanking prey into water. The leopard can only stand stunned as the meal disappears before its eyes. Underwater, crocodiles perform the death roll. Violent spinning to tear prey into pieces. Efficient, brutal, but true to survival nature. And then there are lions, Panthera leo, often called kings of the savannah. But even kings have secrets. Lionesses are the main hunters, bringing back up to 80% of the pride's food. But the question is, who eats first? Male lions, weighing nearly double lionesses. They approach, push lionesses aside, and eat first. Privilege of the strong. This is not cruelty, but biological order. Male lions defend territory, face other rivals, and need large energy sources to survive. However, in many cases, male lions are also true opportunists. They don't hunt directly, but wander, seeking the right moment. A cheetah just brought down an antelope, the fastest land animal, but after the chase, it's nearly exhausted. A male lion smells blood and steps out from grass. The cheetah recognizes danger, but it's too late to flee. No confrontation. The cheetah must abandon hours of hunting effort while the lion claims victory without fighting. That's the savannah's law. Size determines power. But the cycle doesn't stop. When lions eat their fill and leave, others successively appear. Hyenas return. Wild dogs approach. From above, vultures swoop down. Jackals sneak in shadows. Each species takes its share. Nothing is wasted. Every bone, every piece of skin, every drop of blood has value and is utilized. Finally, only dried bloodstains remain on grass. The next day, grass will grow green again. The cycle continues. No winners, no losers. That's how the African savannah operates. No fairness or right and wrong, only survival and ability to seize opportunities. Hyenas, wild dogs, jackals, vultures, crocodiles, and lions, all are opportunists and all are survivors. In this ecosystem, no role is small. Each species assumes a specific function, from hunter to cleaner. All are necessary. Yet, in the past 3 decades, African vulture numbers have dropped up to 80%. Hyenas gradually lose habitat. Wild dogs number only about 6,000 individuals in the wild. In 2026, humanity stands at a crossroads. Protect these so-called thieves, or lose the entire system they maintain. Each opportunist has a role. Each behavior has a function. They don't steal, they recycle, they regulate, they keep life continuing. The African savannah, where rules are written by nature, where each creature finds ways to survive in its own way. Some call them thieves, some call them opportunists, but nature doesn't judge. Nature only maintains balance. And in that balanced state, these thieves hold an irreplaceable role. Not heroes or villains, simply part of life. Because on this land, there's only one truth. To survive, sometimes you must hunt, sometimes you must wait, and sometimes you just need to appear at the right moment. This is Africa, where each day is a survival lesson, where opportunists also become teachers, teaching about adaptation, patience, and the art of existence. And in that lesson, there's a message for humanity. In nature, there are no bad guys, only creatures trying to live by any means possible. Therefore, when mentioning Africa's thieves, remember they don't steal, they survive. And that very survival has kept Africa forever vibrant. From grasslands to rivers, from ground to sky, each ecosystem layer has guardians, cleaners, and creatures recycling life. Africa, land of wonders, where each creature, whether large or small, hunter or thief, has a role in life's grand symphony. The Serengeti savannah is home to over 3 million herbivores, but it's also territory of the planet's most dangerous predators. Each day, life here is a ceaseless battle of wits. Herbivores have no fangs or claws, no venom. They only have survival instinct. In this ecosystem, each herbivore species has developed different skills, but all aim toward one single purpose: to survive. This is the story of adaptation, about how seemingly vulnerable species have existed and continue to exist through millions of years of evolution. Wildebeest can reach speeds up to 70 kilometers per hour, but for them, speed is not the only weapon for survival. Zebras live in large herds. In Serengeti alone, numbers reach 200,000 individuals. This very scale is their survival strategy. Giraffes stand nearly 6 meters tall. Their vision encompasses the entire savannah. Height itself is absolute security advantage. African buffalo with massive horns can inflict fatal injuries, making them one of the least attacked herbivore species. Each species possesses distinct advantages, but all exist in one unchanging reality. Danger is always present and never disappears. Regarding senses, antelope ears can rotate 360 degrees. They detect sounds from 1 kilometer distance. This is a natural early warning system. Zebra eyes are positioned on sides of the head, vision nearly 360 degrees. They can see behind without turning their heads. Buffalo's sense of smell is 5 times more acute than humans. They can smell lions from 300 meters, time enough to prepare defense. Giraffes combine all 3 senses, but the greatest advantage is height. From 6 meters high, they see what's coming first. When one detects danger, the entire herd reacts. Information spreads in just seconds. Collective warning system. Regarding speed and endurance, wildebeest have maximum speed of 70 kilometers per hour, and they maintain this speed continuously for 5 kilometers. Cheetahs are faster, 110 kilometers per hour, but can only run 300 meters before exhaustion. Wildebeest know this. The tactic is to prolong the chase. Run zigzag. Change direction suddenly. Deplete the predator's energy. Zebras aren't as fast as antelope. Maximum speed 65 kilometers per hour, but they have astonishing endurance. In annual migration, zebras run over 3,000 kilometers. Their bodies evolved for endurance, not explosive speed. Regarding herd tactics, this is the most fundamental principle. A solitary zebra has survival rate below 20%. When lions attack, Herds quickly form defensive formation, young in the center, adult individuals surrounding outside. Wildebeest apply different tactics. When pursued, they run in multiple directions, disrupting predator coordination and creating escape opportunities. Giraffes usually stay in small groups, 3 to 5 individuals. They take turns on guard. When one eats, others observe. Buffalo, when threatened, they point horns outward, young in the middle. Even lions hesitate to attack this formation. With zebras, stripe patterns aren't just for beauty. When the entire herd moves simultaneously, stripes overlap, creating visual interference phenomenon. This makes predators difficult to focus on a specific individual, reducing hunt success rate by about 30%. Antelope possess brown-yellow coats, blending perfectly with dry grass, color in dry season. When standing still, they're nearly invisible before predator eyes. Giraffes utilize height for camouflage. When standing among tall trees, only the head protrudes, making them from afar look like motionless branches. The African savannah is the harshest survival test, but herbivores have passed through millions of years of evolution. They have no fangs, claws, or venom, but possess acute senses, superior speed, and collective intelligence. The relationship between predator and prey is not a story of winning or losing, but of balance, where both coexist to maintain the ecosystem. By 2026, protecting this savanna becomes more important than ever, because this is not just home to countless species, but also the common heritage of the entire planet. Afternoon sunlight illuminates the Serengeti grasslands. Dry grass glows golden under temperatures of 35 degrees Celsius, a typical day in the heart of Africa. Here, every meal must be contested. Predator and prey, robber and robbed. The line between success and failure is very fragile. Two predator species are about to collide. One side is a warrior with deadly weapons. One side is an opportunistic thief who will claim victory. This is the story of an unexpected encounter, when a plan to steal prey becomes a battle to the death, when instinct decides survival. The secretary bird is one of Africa's most unique birds of prey. They stand over 1 meter tall and have a wingspan of nearly 2 meters. The name comes from the black feathers behind the head, resembling quill pens tucked behind a secretary's ear in olden times. But this bird is anything but gentle. They hunt snakes, large lizards, rodents, insects, but venomous snakes are their favorite. They have a unique hunting technique: kick prey to death. Long legs, sharp curved talons, specially developed leg muscles. A kick can generate force of nearly 20 kilograms, enough to crush the bones of venomous snakes. Serval, Also called grassland wildcat, smaller than spotted leopards but larger than house cats. They weigh about 9 to 18 kilograms. The largest ears in the cat family relative to body size, superhuman hearing, can hear mice moving underground. Long legs, highest leg-to-body ratio in the cat family. It can jump up to 3 meters high and achieves a hunting success rate of about 50%. But today, the serval isn't hunting. It's seeking opportunity, stealing prey from others, conserving energy, increasing survival efficiency. The secretary bird has just found a snake, puff adder, venomous, dangerous, but to the secretary bird, this is a good meal. The snake rears its head, opens its mouth threateningly, ready to inject venom. But the secretary bird has faced such situations countless times. A kick shoots out lightning fast, precise, strikes the snake's head directly. It writhes violently, but isn't dead yet. Another kick, then another. The snake lies motionless. The secretary bird bends down to check the prey. Victory is clear, but in the grass, another is watching silently. The serval presses itself flat to the ground. It moves slowly, each step separated by several seconds. No sound. Every movement is calculated. It weighs options quickly. The bird is taller, heavier, and has extremely powerful legs. But that fat snake is a valuable protein source. It steps slowly forward, not to hunt the bird, but to steal the prey, a familiar tactic of an opportunistic hunter. The secretary bird reacts immediately. Defensive instinct flares. It clamps the snake tightly in its beak and won't let go. This prey belongs to it. It spreads its wings nearly 2 meters wide, creating a large visual wall. The goal is to make the cat back down, a familiar defensive tactic. The serval backs away a few steps, but doesn't leave. It circles slowly, eyes still locked on target, patiently waiting for a moment of vulnerability. It lunges again, testing the bird's powerful legs. Claws touch wing feathers, but still not enough to steal the snake. The snake falls to the ground, but the conflict has now gone beyond food. No longer a dispute over prey. This is a battle. The secretary bird unleashes the first kick, lightning fast, nearly 20 kilograms of force in an instant, misses the cat's head by just a few centimeters. The serval dodges quickly, reflexes of a born hunter. It lunges, trying to bite the bird's knee joint to neutralize the dangerous legs. The bird jumps back. Second kick hits the cat's shoulder, not strong enough to cause serious injury, but enough to cause pain. An accurate kick could shatter the serval's jaw, ending its hunting ability forever. Therefore, the cat must strike very fast and precisely. The serval lunges again, this time lowering its body. It pounces on the secretary bird's chest area. Claws dig deep, pulling the bird down. The secretary bird struggles violently. Wings beat on hard, creating wind currents that send dust flying. It tries to kick, but the serval has latched too close for the strike to be effective. The battle lasts about 3 minutes, consuming enormous metabolic energy. Both are breathing heavily, but neither side will let go. The serval changes tactics. It seeks the bird's neck position. This is the cat family's familiar killing technique, the suffocating bite. The secretary bird senses danger. It struggles to escape, but the cat's weight presses heavily. Wings no longer have space to swing. The serval seizes the bird's neck. Fangs sink deep, not piercing completely, but clamping tight. The goal is to cut off oxygen. Time decides life and death. The bird lies on the ground, wings spread wide on the dry earth. It's still alive, but no longer has strength to continue fighting. The cat still holds the bird's neck tight. It doesn't loosen. The struggling weakens with each second, each breath, until the body is motionless. After about 5 minutes, all movement ceases. The warrior has fallen. The opportunist wins, not through strength, but through tactics. The serval releases the bird. It's exhausted. Victory has come, but the price is very high. Energy expended equivalent to many days of normal hunting. It doesn't eat the bird. Instead, it drags out the snake, the original meal, the reason for the conflict. It eats hurriedly before others appear. 15 minutes later, vultures land. They clean up what remains. Here, nothing is wasted. The cycle continues. Prey stealing is common behavior in Africa. Hyenas steal from leopards. Lions steal leopard kills. Survival becomes more difficult. But this behavior is full of risk. About half the time, the thief gets injured, 1/5 end in death. The price to pay is very high. Climate change makes food sources scarcer. Competition increases. Prey theft occurs more frequently. Mortality rates also rise. Both servals and secretary birds are species that need conservation. Their numbers are declining as habitats increasingly shrink. As the sun sets over the Serengeti, the grassland gradually quiets again. The cat has left. Vultures have flown away. Only traces of battle remain on the sand. In the harsh reality of the African bush, the line between hunter and prey is always fragile. The thief can become the executioner. No heroes, no villains, only creatures trying to survive by any means and any tactics possible. And in the silence of the Serengeti night, one law still silently operates. Nature doesn't judge. Nature only selects. The wiser one, the luckier one, the one still alive. East African savannah. Dawn has just touched the earth. From an earth burrow at the base of an acacia tree, a snout emerges to probe the morning air. This is a land where every careless moment must be paid dearly. Lions, leopards, hyenas, crocodiles, all share the same living space. Not as large as buffalo, not as fast as antelope, no venomous fangs or sharp claws, but this species has existed on the African grasslands for over 800,000 years. This is a story about survival not based on absolute strength, but based on speed, instinct, and the right decisions in moments that decide everything. Warthogs are widely distributed throughout sub-Saharan Africa. Adult males weigh from 60 to 150 kilograms. Shoulder height, about 75 centimeters. The name warthog comes from the protruding tissue masses on the face. Males have 4 warts, females have 2. Their function is to protect the face when fighting with their own kind. Male warthog tusks can reach up to 60 centimeters long, curved upward and mainly used for fighting or defense. An accurate strike is enough to tear into a lion. Warthogs run at maximum about 50 kilometers per hour. Not enough to escape lions or leopards on a straight path, but enough to create distance when reacting in time. The tail standing straight when running is a visual signal for young to track the mother's direction of movement in tall grass. A simple but effective signal. Warthogs are omnivorous, grass, tubers, tree roots, occasionally animal carcasses. They often kneel on their front legs to graze close to the ground, their most recognizable characteristic posture. Warthog knees have thick skin formed from continuous daily kneeling. This is evolutionary adaptation, reflecting how this species adjusts its body to its lifestyle. Warthogs live in small groups of 4 to 16 individuals, mainly females and young. Adult males usually live solitary outside breeding season. Earth burrows are the center of warthog life. They don't dig their own, but occupy burrows left by aardvarks or honey badgers. This is where they sleep, give birth and escape. Warthogs enter burrows by backing in tail first, tusks facing outward from the burrow entrance. Any predator that sticks its head in will meet the tusks first. Morning. A warthog group moves to a grazing area 500 meters from the burrow. The male goes first, head low, nose working continuously. This is an information scanning posture. 150 meters away, a leopard lies in ambush in tall grass. It has been tracking the warthog group since before they left the burrow, and it's waiting for one to separate from the group. A young warthog separates a few meters following a cluster of tubers near a low bush. The leopard knows this. In an instant, its body shifts from rest to ready to sprint. The lead male warthog lifts its head. Some scent in the grass. Not clear, but enough to trigger reflexes. It immediately emits a short call. The leopard lunges, but the young has already made it back to the group. The male warthog turns to face the leopard directly, tusks pointing forward. No intention to flee. The leopard stops at a distance of 3 meters, A 50-kilogram leopard facing a 100-kilogram male warthog with 50-centimeter tusk. The male warthog holds confrontational posture, not attacking, not retreating. This is nature's clearest message. Attack me, and you will pay the price. The leopard circles to one side. The warthog rotates accordingly. The leopard circles to the other side. The warthog rotates again. After 2 minutes, the leopard leaves to find less risky prey. Not every confrontation is favorable. When alone and attacked suddenly from behind, warthogs don't have enough time to turn and face. This is why warthogs rarely move alone. This species' strength lies in the group. Many eyes, many noses, many ears, continuously supplementing each other. Evening descends. The threat changes. Lions are more active when the sun mellows. 3 lionesses are moving through the area where the warthog group is foraging. 1 leopard can be repelled by warthog tusks, but 3 coordinated lionesses are a threat where direct confrontation is not a wise choice. The male warthog emits a short call. The group turns toward the burrow, 400 meters from the burrow, far enough that lions can catch up if they start now. Lions chase the running warthog group on a straight path. Lionesses are faster, but warthogs know the terrain and know the destination. The young warthog is slower. A lioness breaks off targeting it. The mother warthog recognizes immediately. She changes trajectory, lunging between the lioness and the young. The mother warthog's charge doesn't hit the lion, but is enough to break the attack trajectory. The lion loses momentum and veers off course. The young continues running to the burrow. The young enters the burrow first. Mother warthog quickly backs in after, tusks facing outward. Lions stop before the burrow entrance, cannot approach. The rest of the lion pride arrives. The entire pride surrounds the burrow entrance, but the entrance is small, tusks facing outward. No lion wants to try approaching. After 20 minutes, the lion pride leaves. The earth burrow has done what speed and strength cannot do alone. This is why warthogs never forage too far from burrows. Dusk, spotted hyenas begin patrol. Their sense of smell can detect warthog burrow scent from over a kilometer, and they know where the burrows are. Hyenas don't enter burrows. They stand waiting outside. Blockade tactics. Wait all night if needed. Warthogs must come out before dawn to forage. Warthogs in the burrow don't sleep. They hear the hyenas outside and wait. A psychological battle where whichever side is more patient will have the advantage. Near dawn, hyenas are still around the warthog burrow. They persistently wait for warthogs to come out. Warthogs slowly stick their heads out. Dawn begins. Hyenas perform poorly in daylight. This is the moment warthogs have waited all night for. Light is their ally. The male warthog comes out first, fast, and runs straight, no hesitation. while the last hyena hasn't left yet. Speed and decisiveness are everything. Hyenas give chase, but it's already light, and the male warthog is running toward open grassland, where the lion pride from last night is no longer there. African warthogs currently number in the millions throughout sub-Saharan Africa, not on the endangered list. Clear proof of the effectiveness of this species' survival strategy. Warthogs play an important ecological role. Their digging creates earth holes for many smaller species. Their dung disperses seeds throughout the grasslands. The relationship between warthogs and oxpecker birds is typical symbiosis. Birds eat ticks and parasites on warthog skin. In return, warthogs receive early warning signals when birds suddenly fly up. Afternoon. The warthog group is grazing normally. The flock of oxpeckers suddenly flies up. The male warthog reacts immediately without needing to hear or smell more. Each species contributes what the other lacks. This isn't friendship. This is an effective biological transaction maintained through millions of years of evolution. Today ends like every day. The warthog group returns to the burrow before sunset. Backs in tail first, tusks facing outward, ready for the long night ahead. Warthogs aren't the strongest, fastest, or largest species, but they know which burrow is theirs, know when to run, know when to stand their ground. And 800,000 years on the land with the most predators on the planet is the clearest evidence that sometimes wisdom endures longer than strength. The Kalahari Desert awakens with dawn. Temperature rises rapidly from 15 to 30 degrees. A new day begins with survival challenges. Here, every creature has its own story. A story of survival, of memory, of decisions that can change fate. Today, an encounter will unfold between predator and defensive army, between individual strength and collective tactics. Who will claim victory? This is the story of Ravager, an experienced hyena, and a meerkat colony that refuses to surrender. When instinct collides with strategy, Ravager weighs 72 kilograms, the strongest jaws among African carnivores, can crush bones. It hunted successfully here 3 months ago. The memory of an easy meal remains vivid. Today, it returns with confidence in victory. But Ravager doesn't know. 3 months is a long time. The meerkat colony has changed. They learned their lesson. They're no longer easy prey. Meerkats, each individual weighs about 1 kilogram, but a colony of 50 creates astonishing collective strength. They live in a complex social system, clear division of labor, sentries, hunters, babysitters, and today, all are warriors. Morning. Ravager appears on the sand dune, looks down at the colony. The Meerkat sentry detects immediately. A warning call rings out. But the colony doesn't run, doesn't panic, doesn't scatter. They gather together, form ranks, a living wall of 50 individuals. Ravager stops, surprised that the meerkat colony isn't fleeing like last time. It assesses the situation, but hunger drives it to attack. It steps down slowly, displaying strength and opening its mouth to reveal teeth as a threat. But the meerkat colony stands firm, doesn't back down. Distance only 10 meters remaining. Ravager suddenly accelerates, charging straight at the colony with familiar tactics: break formation and isolate the weakest individual. But the formation doesn't break. They move in sync. The entire colony remains a unified mass. The predator is confused by collective tactics never seen before. Ravager changes tactics. It charges straight into the center of formation, tries to catch an isolated individual, but meerkats are too fast. Always another individual immediately provides cover. Suddenly, the meerkat colony counterattacks, not fleeing as usual. They attack the predator's legs, bite quickly, then immediately withdraw. Ravager flinches in pain. It turns to retaliate, but the meerkat has retreated. Another individual attacks from behind. Then another continues. This is the tactic of numbers. No individual fights alone. When one attacks, another rests. The rotation like the heartbeat of a shared body. Finally, Ravager catches a meerkat. It bites tight, then shakes hard. A short cry rings out, then fades. The price of collective tactics. But the predator has no time to eat. More than 10 meerkats charge at once, biting legs, belly, ears, like living needles stabbing the giant. Ravager spins wildly. It tries to shake off the small bodies clinging tight, but claws dig deep into skin, while tiny teeth continue biting ceaselessly. In seconds, 2 meerkats are caught, but each small victory consumes energy, while the entire colony remains numerous. 5 minutes of fighting. Ravager begins tiring. Breathing becomes heavy. Steps slow down. Small bites accumulate gradually, silently eroding strength. Meerkats don't stop. They sense the change. The predator is weakening. They intensify attacks. Stronger, faster, more ferocious. Ravager tries to back away, retreat toward the hill, but they follow closely, biting hind legs. Small bites make its steps become limping. After 10 minutes, the hunt reverses. Ravager backs against a boulder to defend, like an exhausted warrior, raising a final shield before the small storm. It roars again, the hoarse sound echoing across the grassland. A final effort to threaten, but the meerkats have seen blood. Fear disappears. In a final surge of adrenaline, the predator breaks out of the encirclement. It kills 3 in succession. A brief gap opens in the sea of small bodies. 5 meerkats lie motionless. The price of victory, but the remaining 45 stand firm, continue attacking like a living wall. Ravager recognizes harsh truth. This is no longer a hunt. This is an unwinnable battle where numbers have overwhelmed individual strength. It turns and flees. No longer a mighty hunter, but a wounded creature in retreat. The Meerkat colony chases for 50 meters to ensure safety. Ravager disappears behind the sand dune. Dust flies thick behind. Blood seeps from many small bites, while the hind leg limps as a mark of defeat. Meerkats stop, then return to the colony. No more pursuit. The message is clear enough. This land is not for solitary predators. The entire colony stands upright, calls out. Victory cries echo across the desert. 5 have sacrificed, but 45 survive. They look at fallen comrades. The entire colony falls silent, but thanks to everyone's unity, they've repelled the enemy. Victory isn't perfect, but it's still victory. The first time this colony has repelled an adult hyena. In following days, Ravager doesn't return. Wounds gradually heal, but the memory of battle remains. It seeks other hunting grounds, less risky. Meerkats' collective defense tactics are one of nature's greatest wonders. Their strength lies not in muscle, but in unity. But not every herd is so fortunate. When the numbers fall below 30 individuals, the defensive system weakens. At that point, a single hyena can still make a successful kill. Climate change affects both species. Prolonged dry seasons make food scarce, causing meerkats to birth fewer young, while hyenas must expand hunting territories. Both are important species in the ecosystem. Meerkats control insects. Hyenas clean up carcasses as nature's silent gatekeepers. Scientists are studying collective defense behavior, viewing it as a biological model, helping understand how small species survive under predator pressure. When the sun sets, the meerkat colony returns to burrows. Tired but safe, they lie close together, sleeping, like small coals, keeping warm through unity. Elsewhere, Ravager walks alone, legs still wounded, carrying the costly lesson of a solitary predator. In the silence of the Kalahari Desert, 2 lessons are rewritten. For Ravager, no prey is truly easy. For meerkats, unity is the strongest weapon. Nature doesn't distinguish large or small, strong or weak. It only distinguishes who survives. And sometimes, survival doesn't come from individual strength, but from the strength of the collective, from faith in teammates, from silent sacrifice. That's the lesson the tiny meerkat colony has carved into the desert. Dawn's light touches the Serengeti plains, grass lush green after night rain, air fresh and clear. But this beauty conceals ever-lurking danger. Here, each day is a survival test. Predator and prey, defender and attacker, a battle that never rests. But today, the story isn't about great hunters, it's about a mother and fragile new life that needs protection. This is the story of a rhino calf. First survival lessons from the moment of birth. In the wild world, every small mistake can be paid for with death. The black rhinoceros is one of 5 rhino species still existing on Earth. Weighing nearly 2 tons, standing about 1.6 meters tall, like a living fortress on the grassland. The horn can grow up to 1 meter long, made of keratin, like human fingernails, but hard and sharp as a natural spear. The calf, just 3 weeks old, weighs only about 60 kilograms. No horn yet, can't run fast, completely dependent on mother's protection. Rhino calf survival rate in the first year is only 50%. Lions, hyenas, crocodiles, and sometimes even adult males. The first months are the most vulnerable period. The calf is slow, reflexes delayed, yet curious to explore. Easily separated from mother, that's when predators wait. The mother rhino always keeps her calf within her protective zone. The calf moves behind or close beside mother's body, like a small shadow hidden behind a living fortress. Midday, the mother rhino leads her calf to a water hole to drink and mud bathe. But water sources are also dangerous places, where predators patiently wait. She stops before entering the water, sniffs the air, listens to every small sound, eyes scanning around like a living radar in the grassland. In nearby bushes, 3 hyenas are watching. They've been tracking the mother and calf since morning, patiently waiting for the moment the calf separates from protection. Spotted hyenas are opportunistic hunters. They rarely attack adult rhinos, but a slow-moving calf is an entirely different target. The mother rhino senses danger, pushes the calf behind her, assuming defensive stance like a living wall. One hyena tries approaching from the left. The mother rhino pivots, keeping the calf always behind her body, like a rotating shield before every direction of danger. The calf cries out in fear. The mother rhino responds with a deep rumble, like a heavy warning resonating through the hot air. One hyena suddenly charges forward, not aiming to kill immediately, but to harass and test reaction, like a probe piece on the chessboard of survival. But the mother rhino doesn't fall for it. She doesn't chase, doesn't leave position, just pivots with each predator movement, always keeping the calf behind. 10 tense minutes pass. Hyenas try approaching from different directions, but never once reach the calf. One hyena decides to take a risk. It charges straight at high speed, aiming for the small gap between mother and calf. A life or death gamble. The mother rhino reacts almost instantly. 2 tons of muscle launches forward, reaching nearly 50 kilometers per hour like a living tank. The predator can't dodge in time. The horn sweeps and strikes its flank. The 2 remaining hyenas immediately retreat. They understand the balance of power. This hunt isn't worth the price. The mother rhino turns back, sniffs every centimeter of her calf, licks gently as a reassuring gesture. The calf still trembles, but uninjured. First lesson recorded. Days later, a pride of lionesses appears near the foraging area, multiple individuals coordinating the hunt, far more dangerous than solitary hyenas. Lionesses are the savannah's professional hunters. When hunting as a group, they can surround from multiple directions, cutting off prey's escape routes. The mother rhino doesn't run. Running would expose her back and separate her from the calf. She pivots slowly, keeping the calf at the center like the heart of a fortress. Lions advance cautiously, step by step. They know adult rhinos are extremely dangerous, but the calf is too tempting a prize. The calf is terrified, instinct urging it to flee, but memory from the hyena encounter makes it stay, pressing close to mother's body within the circle of safety. One lioness tries to charge in, lightning fast, but the mother rhino is faster. She spins and thrusts hard. The horn sweeps past, forcing the lioness to leap back. The confrontation lasts 20 minutes. The lion pride tries approaching multiple times from different directions, but the mother rhino's defense shows no opening. Finally, the lionesses stop. Their energy expenditure too great, risk too high. In nature, predators must always calculate. When the lion pride leaves, the mother rhino finally relaxes, breathing heavily, body exhausted, but the calf remains safe. And that's the only victory needed. In the following weeks, the calf grows significantly. It learns to position itself correctly when danger appears and learns to read signals from mother. At 3 months old, the calf has nearly doubled in weight. It runs faster and has better reflexes, but still needs mother like a compass for guidance. Each encounter with predators is a new lesson. In the wild world, experience is the strictest but most effective teacher. But rhinos face greater challenges. Horn poaching, habitat loss, and climate change are pushing this species to the brink. Only about 5,500 black rhinos remain in the wild, down 98% from 4 decades ago, making them critically endangered. Conservation areas are making efforts. Rangers patrol against poachers 24 hours, monitoring each individual to protect both mother rhinos and calves. Rhinos play crucial roles in the ecosystem. When moving through thickets, they create natural pathways, helping many other species access food and water. Thanks to conservation programs, by 2026 rhino calf survival rates have increased slightly. However, the black rhino's recovery journey remains very long. When the sun sets over the African savannah, the mother rhino leads her calf to rest. Another day has passed, and another day they've survived. The calf lies close beside mother, safe and warm. Tomorrow will bring new challenges, but today they've won their own battle. In the silence of the grassland, a lesson is quietly rewritten. A mother's protective instinct is strong as an unbreakable fortress. Every surviving calf is a victory, not just for the individual, but for the species' future on this planet. Under Africa's gentle moonlight, the mother rhino remains vigilant because she knows the calf beside her isn't just her offspring, but the last hope of an entire species.